CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Brendan Purdy.
The forecast over the next few days is anticipated to be minus 20 for at least 3 days in a row.
Tonight on CTV News, dropping down into the deep freeze. The city activates its extreme weather response as we plunge into the first cold snap of December. Good evening and thank you for joining us. For the first time this season, the city has activated its extreme weather response. This response is meant to protect vulnerable and homeless people from the extreme cold. The Al Rashid Mosque will open its doors as an overnight shelter to provide more space. It has room for 50 people. The city is providing a third overnight shelter bus to take people to shelters and other services. City facilities will also be open for people to warm up in during the day. The city is asking people to call crisis diversion if they see someone who needs help.
You can contact that team, which is 24/7, by calling 211 and pressing 3, and that they will dispatch a team to help people go to where they need to go.
Oh, excuse me. The city says it expects the extreme cold response to last until at least Friday. We'll have more details later on the show with Josh in weather. The death of a 19-year-old in northeast Edmonton this morning is now considered suspicious. EPS says officers found a man injured after responding to a call for a stabbing near 80th Street and 117 Ave around 2 a.m. Despite first aid, he died. A 21-year-old man was later arrested near Jasper Avenue and 101st Street. Police are asking people in the Parkdale neighborhood to check their properties for any unusual items that may have been dropped there. Lawyers have finished presenting evidence in a second-degree murder trial for a man from Beaumont accused of killing his common-law wife. CTV's Amanda Anderson reports.
It was day 4 of a jury trial for Kenneth Skelly, who's accused of killing his common-law wife and mother of their young son, 40-year-old Teresa Oberle. Oberle went missing in July 2023. Her body found nearly 2 weeks later near Whitecourt. The Crown called several witnesses last week, including police officers, trying to prove beyond a reasonable doubt Skelly killed Oberle with a breaker bar in the couple's garage.
Very, very hopeful. We are everything in our beings are hoping that second degree will stick.
Today, it was the defense's turn to present evidence. During opening remarks, Skelly's lawyer told the jury his client is not guilty of second-degree murder, but instead is guilty of the lesser charge of manslaughter. Before calling his first witness, he told the jury he was not calling evidence to suggest Oberle deserved what happened to her. His witness was an RCMP officer who went to Skelly's house after he made a domestic violence complaint against Oberle in February 2023. The court heard no charges were ever laid in that incident. The officer was asked about Oberle's demeanor that day, which the officer described as aggressive and angry, adding she was yelling at officers, while Skelly was quiet and calm. The defense decided not to call any more witnesses.
We're really happy that we didn't have to continue on our day with more defense testimony, because even the one this morning was really difficult. So we're very, very happy that we're where we're at, and now we have to put faith in our jurors.
Closing arguments will start first thing Wednesday morning. Then the justice will give the jury some final instructions before they begin deliberations. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Wetaskiwin.
The province is warning of another potential measles exposure here in Edmonton. AHS says the person was on Air Canada flight AC 171 on December 2nd. They landed at the Edmonton International Airport at 7:10 p.m. from Toronto. The province warns that anyone at the baggage claim could have been exposed until about 9:45 that same night. If you were on that flight or at the airport over that time period, AHS says you should watch out for any symptoms. The Alberta Medical Association says it welcomes new federal rules that make it easier for international doctors to become permanent residents. Ottawa will create a new express entry category for international doctors with at least 1 year of Canadian work experience in an eligible occupation. The government will also reserve 5,000 federal admission spaces for provinces and territories to nominate licensed doctors with job offers. The AMA president says that it's a good step, but there's still a lot to figure out.
It's up to the college to recognize credentials and look at exactly what types of practice these folks might be able to participate in. It's up to the provinces to then, assign billing numbers and then where these individuals might work and provide service to Canadians.
The Canadian Medical Association says around 13,000 internationally trained physicians are not working in their field. You can now ride Edmonton Transit with just the tap of a debit or credit card. Edmonton and Regional Transit marked the final step today in its transition away from paper tickets. Our Gates Guarin has the details.
Catching a ride on public transit just got easier.
No more searching for change in your pocket, no account required, no need to plan ahead, just tap and pay.
Your debit or credit card is all you'll need when taking the bus or train, and it's as simple as it sounds. Just tap your card and your fare will be paid. The system also tracks your transfer window, so you won't pay any more than you have to when getting around the city.
It breaks down barriers for new and occasional users who may have had trouble using our system or understanding our fare payment system before, who can now very easily get on a train or bus, and it adds flexibility and security for regular riders of our transit system.
Art cards are still accepted as a form of payment, but paper tickets must be used by the end of the year. Card users are also eligible for daily or monthly fare caps. Edmonton's transit director says one of the reasons the system took some time to set up was the regions involved had different fare structures.
All of the surrounding municipalities plus Edmonton collaborated. We each have our own approaches to faring, so there was a more complex kind of fare structure to navigate.
The new system already garnering approval from users, including this retired bus driver.
This new system is going to make it a lot easier for everybody to fill up with their ARC card and to ride public transit. So in a way, it's a godsend.
It gives me more flexibility in case I lose my ARC card or it gets damaged somehow. I don't have to worry about, going to a machine and grabbing a fare ticket.
The city continues to invest in public transit. Council recently approved $25 million for 25 new buses, and recent budget talks has money allocated for a new transit control center and bike racks for buses.
It's really about building that convenient, easy to access Edmonton transit system that can support a growing city and really connect people to the region.
Gates Guarin, CTV News, Edmonton.
Elections Alberta has approved an application for a citizens' petition on coal mining in the eastern slopes of the Rockies. Musician and rancher Corb Lund submitted the question last month. It asks that the government of Alberta prohibit any new coal mining activities within the eastern slopes. Lund says he's been fighting against any mining activities for the last 5 years. He has 7 days to appoint a chief financial officer. Lund's petition would need 177,000 signatures to proceed. The province says the number of camping spots reserved this year was up by 7%. In its year-end summary, Alberta Parks said more than 280,000 camping reservations were made this year. That's the second highest level since 2021. All campground types had an increase in booking. Bow Valley and Peter Lougheed Provincial Parks were the most visited. 81% of campers were from right here in Alberta. The busiest months for Alberta Parks was back in August. The most in-demand weekend was, not a big surprise here, the August long weekend. The Edmonton Oilers are rolling, racking up wins in a way that we haven't seen since last season. The Oilers down the Winnipeg Jets 6-2 on Saturday for their third win in a row. The Oilers' poor start had fans worried. Now the players were confident that they'd bounce back. They're relieved that the team has finally found its game.
Confidence is a real thing, and when you don't have it, the game gets pretty tough. So the group feels pretty confident right now. Guys, as individuals, are starting to play a little bit better, starting to see some results, and feeling good about themselves, as you said.
The Oilers had similar slumps to start each of the last 2 seasons before ultimately making it all the way to the Stanley Cup final. The Buffalo Sabres are in town visiting your Oilers tomorrow night. Thousands of stuffed animals showered the ice at Rogers Place yesterday. Joe let him go. That's Oil Kings forward Joe Ginla tipping in the goal that triggered the Oil Kings 18th annual teddy bear toss. Players celebrated by sliding into the piles. Some even celebrated by making some snow angels. In total, the team says 16,303 teddies hit the ice. The teddy bears were collected and will be donated to children in need throughout our city. The Oil Kings ended up falling to the Prince Albert Raiders 4-3 in overtime. The CPKC holiday train is making its way across Canada and made stops through central Alberta today. CTV's Evan Kenny has more on one community that's been skipped over and how that's changing.
Shania and Josie Saddleback are watching, waiting for the Canadian Pacific Kansas City holiday train to come through Musquecheese.
I'm just really excited to just actually see the train up close and it's nice going by slow.
2 years ago, Shania recorded the train going by.
The holiday train.
And not stopping or even slowing down. She sent the video to her sister. All she could do was laugh.
I felt bad for all the kids and people from our community.
Not giving anyone a chance to see the holiday train.
But this year, people in Musquecheese had that chance. The train slowed down to a crawl as it moved between Wetaskiwin and Ponoka. Dozens of kids and families came out to watch the lights go by while sipping on hot chocolate.
When we get to come together collectively like this, and that's the spirit of Christmas, is bringing everyone together. And so to have the kids experience that at a young age makes me hopeful for our future, that they can carry on that for their children too.
Band councillor Swampion Muso tells us CPKC was unable to accommodate a full stop because of a tight schedule this year, but discussions about future stops in the community are ongoing.
To bring the Christmas train back was an opportunity to put reconciliation back into action.
We're coming together and using unity to bring Christmas spirit to Musquecheese again.
Next year, they hope to be included in the nearly 200 stops across Canada and the U.S. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Musquecheese.
With holiday shopping in full gear, some Edmontonians are skipping the wrapping paper in favor of something more memorable. Sasha Petramala has more on a different form of generosity, moments rather than material goods.
It isn't a typical holiday scene over at On Kitchen. We can't keep up with the demand, which is a good problem to have. Whether it's mastering the art of a perfect sandwich, fresh pasta, or seafood, learning and eating together is their gift this holiday season. People come together, they're disconnected from the outside world, but they're connected with new people in this space when they're cooking and eating together. The Edmonton Culinary School has seen an uptick in bookings over the last few weeks, similar to workshops at Zocalo. The downtown shop offers classes in planting and flower arrangements.
It's easy to isolate, right? And it's harder to get out there and do stuff. And I think the nice thing about classes is they are a small commitment.
According to the JLL Canada Retail Holiday Survey, shoppers plan on spending nearly $1,500 during the holiday season. Experiences now account for 39% of holiday budgets, up 17% from last year on things like going out, entertainment, and activities. 60% of shoppers plan to buy in person.
Local businesses are the heart of our community. They make our main streets vibrant. They're our neighbors. They're people within the community. They give us a reason to go out and do things.
Some business owners say making memories for others during the holiday season is its own reward. I feel grateful every single day to do what I do, and it's bringing people together around a table and around food, because food is connection. It's delicious though. Sasha Petramala, CTV News, Edmonton.
Santa made an early stop at the Stollery this morning on a Griffin helicopter.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Hello!
Incredible. Santa arrived thanks to the Canadian Air Force's 408 Tactical Squadron. The big guy is meeting kids and parents at the Stollery Children's Hospital, bringing some Christmas magic to the little ones inside.
When you have to be in the hospital at Christmas, it loses its magic. So having days like this really means so much to children and families.
As he waved goodbye, Santa said something pretty important, that the helicopter ride helped keep his reindeer well rested ahead of a busy Christmas Eve. Just ahead, a journey thousands of bites in the making. An Edmonton man scours the city looking for Edmonton's best butter chicken. Plus, playing with the professionals. The Edmonton Elks offer young football players the opportunity to train with them.
I just find football like really important to me, and it basically defines who I am.
Good evening, folks. Real interesting temperature pattern here across the province for daytime highs today. Look at Red Deer South above 0, 5 degrees at Red Deer 7. Edmonton North into the colder air. It was -8 here in Edmonton, and actually that's the warmest we'll be for a long, long while. There is a deep freeze coming. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. An Edmonton man has just completed a long and arduous journey across our city. His mission to taste and review 50 different butter chicken dishes. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti has his story.
4 years ago, Harjap Dutta received the best birthday gift from her son, opening their restaurant, Kashmiri Delight.
I'm born from Kashmir, and we grew up by eating these kinds of flavorful food.
It's the only Indian Kashmir restaurant in the city. She creates the recipes herself so that each bite has intention and flavor.
So she's really celebrating her culture and really celebrating her motherland and just the cooking that she grew up with.
Whenever we cook some, we have to just put our love in the cooking. Yeah, that was what my mom was doing, and I'm trying to do the same thing here.
That passion is one of the reasons food writer Ramnik Singh considers her butter chicken dishes one of the best in Edmonton, bone-in and full of spice.
I discovered this one and it just blew my mind. I brought my wife here and I'm like, this is what I've been looking for all this time. And it was towards the end of the odyssey.
Singh began his butter chicken odyssey nearly 2 years ago, sampling 50 butter chicken dishes in the city. Last year, chutney and masala tree were at the top of his list. His mission to find the best butter chicken also brought him to Zaika Bistro in South Edmonton.
We cook our chicken in the tandoor. A lot of places don't do that, and I find that makes it just much tastier.
Ashu Danju grew up in the restaurant world and opened up her own in 2009.
We wanted to make it modern, ultra sleek, and just very inviting. We felt like Edmonton needed something different in terms of Indian restaurants.
On Tuesdays, you can order this dish, an extra spicy bone-in dark meat butter chicken, Singh's favorite.
I really wanted to introduce authenticity back and reclaim butter chicken because I think that the Western world kind of polluted it, stripped it of its mystique and its roots.
While the delicious journey has come to an end, his taste buds are always ready for more.
I'm sick of bad butter chicken, but not good butter chicken.
Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
The Edmonton Elks have started a program giving young football players across Alberta the chance to train with the team for a whole season. For one family, it's an opportunity for their son to make his dream come true. CTV's Connor Hogg reports.
Players have come from far and wide, all across the province, to be part of the Edmonton Elks Selects training program. 15-year-old Shea Barland is one of the players who's come the furthest.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I just find football like really important to me, and it basically defines who I am.
Barland worked all summer to save up so he could hit the field at Commonwealth Rec Center.
Seeking sponsorships, donations, working odd jobs just to come up with the money to afford the trips and travel. So I feel like if he's going to put the effort in, try so hard, that I said I could match that.
The Barlands drove hours from near Grand Prairie, Alberta to be here. The Edmonton Elks say that passion for the game is the reason the Selects program was created.
Getting kids opportunities to get professional coaching and figure out what it takes to play football at the next level, from fundamentals to schemes, installs, all that good stuff. But then teaching them off the field too, like academically what they need to do to play at the next level.
The 14U and varsity players selected during this tryout process will get access to elite coaching, studies, financial aid, mentorship, and play in tournaments in Saskatchewan and Mexico. all to get them ready to play professionally.
I once was that kid, looking up to the local college athletes or professional athletes in town. So to have the opportunity to bring them in here to our house and give them that kind of coaching and teaching is special for them, but it's also special for us.
This is my first year playing O-line, and I'm so motivated because of all the support the Elks have given me and all the help and the coaching.
I'm pretty proud of him. I'm not sure I could have done it. To watch him do it and follow that dream is amazing.
Teaching a number of lessons, including that hard work can pay off. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Coming up next, a Canadian holiday tradition nearly 80 years running. We profile a Christmas display dating back to 1946.
Anything I can do myself, I do, because I got more time.
Tuesday on your morning, this can be a tricky time of year for those with trauma in their past. How to keep regulated and avoid falling back into addiction. Plus, how to avoid being scammed or robbed over the holidays.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Welcome back. -8 for a daytime high today, 3 degrees cooler than average, and will be 15 to maybe 20 degrees colder than average towards the end of this week and into the weekend. Snowfall warnings in place across the north and through the mountain parks, about 10 to 15 there, 15 to 30 across the north. We've had winter storm warnings for areas off to the southeast of Red Deer, freezing rain. Road conditions are just going to be horrendous in through this area after that rainfall, and now temperatures dropping. So if you can avoid highway travel here east and southeast of Red Deer tomorrow morning, that's going to be the safest bet. At very least, check road conditions before you head out. Still some snow falling overnight and into early tomorrow morning here through east central and northeastern Alberta. We get a few more flurries potentially at times through the day tomorrow. The next blast of heavy snow hits northern Alberta through the day Wednesday, and then it's kind of a glancing blow for us. We get grazed with some flurries there late in the day, but overnight, pretty good chance Wednesday night into early Thursday morning for some heavy snow, and that will usher in some real cold air. I mean, we've had a taste of some colder air. Watch these temperatures drop. Through the day tomorrow, we'll fall to the mid-minus teens. Mid-minus teens, it looks like, for a high again Wednesday. In the pinks there, that's -20s. And that settles in for Thursday, Friday, and probably through the weekend as well. There may be a little bit of moderation next week, but I don't think it gets much warmer than the -teens next week. -22 in Fort McMurray tomorrow morning, -19 in Grand Prairie, about -12 in Edmonton in the morning, back to about -15 in the afternoon. -20 tomorrow afternoon in Fort McMurray, -21, -22 with some snow across the northwest. Look at Jasper, still at 2 degrees, still some heat across the south, but Red Deer goes from 5 degrees for a high today to -13 by tomorrow afternoon. Mid-minus teens for the next couple of days. That chance of some heavier snow there Wednesday night, and then highs around -22 or -23 to close the week. Mornings will be in the -25 to -30 range, and that cold air sticks around all of next week as well. That is your forecast.
One of Canada's oldest mechanical Christmas displays is back for another season. After traveling the country for years, the display found a home in Saskatoon, where one volunteer makes sure families can continue to make it part of their holiday tradition. CTV's Laura Woodward explains.
This is where the magic happens, Randall Simpson's workshop. But unlike Santa, he's not building toys. He's fixing the Once Upon a Christmas display.
The majority of what you see here was built in 1946.
Originally commissioned by the Eaton's department store, built with war surplus materials and shown in Winnipeg. Over the years, it's traveled across the country until 1977, when it was consolidated at the Saskatoon Eaton store, later acquired by the Western Development Museum, where it's been a holiday fixture for 38 years.
What's interesting is you look through the original display, and there's no reference to Rudolph. Because he never existed until 1947, when Burl Ives sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
One of Simpson's favorite displays is Pumpkinhead, the sad little bear, created by the same Canadian cartoonist behind Bugs Bunny.
His story is that he's got a bad hair day, and all the other bears make fun of him, but he's the only one that can wear a special hat to go with Santa on his sleigh.
Behind each little movement is a lot of mechanical work.
It's really, really simple technology. There's no electronics in this whatsoever. Everything's mechanically run.
And some of the belts are still the 80-year-old originals.
I am primarily involved in maintaining and keeping it running because it does break down a lot.
And Simpson does all of it without any formal mechanical training.
I was raised by a father who was born on a farm and has a economic gene in him, and he instilled that with me. And so anything I can do myself, I do, because I got more time than money.
And it's Simpson's dedication that keeps this Christmas tradition running. Laura Woodward, CTV News, Saskatoon.
Well, that's certainly a holiday tradition from my time growing up in Saskatoon. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for wrapping up your day with us here on CTV News. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye for now.